everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Well friends, for today's superhero blog, I'd like to talk about an animated film that I haven't talked about for a very long time. Big Hero 6. If you may recall, I did a blog on this film back during November of 2014 during my second season, a few episodes before I was falsely struck. And to this day, I still think it's a fantastic superhero film due to it focusing on the loss that Hiro Hamada has been going through after the tragic death of his brother Tadashi, and how he overcomes it with help from Baymax and the rest of his friends. Also, I thought Robert Callahan, aka Yokai, was a pretty threatening supervillain, even though his reason for becoming evil was pretty understandable because of what happened to his daughter Abigail a while prior. Anyway, after Big Hero 6 was released, not only did it get an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, but it also influenced a level in Kingdom Hearts 3, a series of 12 chibi-styled 1-minute shorts, a 6-episode miniseries on Disney+, and an animated series which ran from 2017 to 2021. Also, just recently, the Disney Imagineers gave us a new area at Disney California Adventure called San Fransokyo Square, which replaced the Pacific Wharf area. And while this area may not have any rides yet, I'm hoping to check it out with a few of my friends soon. And to celebrate this occasion, I'm gonna blog an animated TV pilot where the animated series began. Released to television on November 20th, 2017, this is Big Hero 6, Baymax Returns. Now, let's get started. On his first day at the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology, Hiro Hamada discovers a chip from Baymax's creation that was left behind by his late brother Tadashi. This inspires Hiro to recreate Baymax after thinking his companion was gone forever. Of course, the task isn't as easy or straightforward as it initially seems, and the Big Hero 6 team quickly find themselves in trouble when Hiro runs into Yama, who has the perfect way for Hiro to repay him for going to jail. Steal a paperweight from the dean's desk. So, what do I think? Well, to me, this pilot was both fantastic and interesting. And to further explain why I love this pilot, let's move on to Mustang notes. In March 2016, Disney announced that a Big Hero 6 TV series was in development and premiered on Disney Channel in 2017. The series takes place immediately after the events of the 2014 movie, and it was created by Kim Possible's Mark McCorkle and Bob Shuley, and executive produced by McCorkle, Shuley, and Nick Filippi. The show was reportedly pitched by McCorkle and Shuley shortly following the film's release. Baymax Returns premiered on the Disney Channel in the United States and Canada on November 20th, 2017, and in the UK and in Ireland on November 30th, 2017. Also, in 2018, the pilot, along with several other episodes, were released to physical DVD titled Big Hero 6 Back in Action. As for the animation, well, in my personal opinion, this style of 2D animation is not just great, but it's a nice breath of fresh air after watching so many computer animated films these days. And I think this pilot has the same style of charm, humor, and action that the 2014 movie had. One of my favorite scenes in this pilot is the part where the gang fight an army of Baymax robot skeletons and save a runaway electric train. As for the pilot's story, well, not only does it take place after Callahan was arrested, but it also takes place between the first film's ending, which I find is pretty interesting. Plus, I like that part of the special focuses on Hiro spending his first few days studying at the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology. And that's basically all I got for Mustang notes. So, let's move on to the characters and the voice actors who brought him to life. The main character and the leader of the gang, Hiro Hamada, is once again voiced by Ryan Potter, who would later voice in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. To me, like in the first movie, Hiro is a carefree and highly intelligent 14-year-old kid, as well as a heroic, wise, and inspirational leader following in his brother's footsteps while studying at the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology. Plus, Hiro does whatever is necessary to help others and make the world a better place for all, especially the innocent and deserving. And while organizing the Big Hero 6 team, Hiro vows to protect San Fransokyo in order to fulfill Tadashi's lifelong dream of helping others. Next up we have Baymax, voiced again by Scott Adsit. After losing his original body in the Silent Sparrow portal and rescuing Abigail, Hiro finds Baymax's original healthcare chip within the palm of his robotic fist, and he starts working on recreating him. During the first half of the pilot, Baymax communicates with Hiro via his lab computer and supervises him while he rebuilds his body. In my eyes, Baymax is still the most memorable character in Big Hero 6. I really love his selfless and caring personality, and I think he and Hiro make a great team while helping people in San Fransokyo. Also, one of my favorite scenes is the part where Baymax impersonates one of Yama's robots in order to blend in and save Professor Granville's paperweight sculpture. Also to note, I think Baymax is a great party member in Kingdom Hearts 3, and during the events of that level, I found it very thought-provoking that Dark Riku, aka Riku Replica, fuses Baymax's original body and his combat chip with dark cubes while conducting an experiment to see if a heart can be recreated from data. The rest of the gang are as follows: Gogo Tamago, voiced by Jamie Chung, Honey Lemon, voiced by Genesis Rodriguez, Wasabi, voiced by Carrie Payton, and Fred, voiced by Brooks Whelan. To me, these guys haven't changed a bit. Gogo is still the tough and extreme industrial design and mechanical engineering student. Honey Lemon is still the bubbly and optimistic chemical engineering student. Wasabi is still the paranoid applied physics student. And Fred is still the young, eccentric comic book enthusiast. Also, I think Fred sticks out the most out of the four, due to him coming up with their team name, as well as willing to fight crime, while the others no longer consider it necessary, until Yama starts to wreak havoc on the city with an army of Baymax skeletons. Next we have Professor Grace Granville, voiced by Jennifer Lewis, whom was Flo in Pixar's Cars trilogy, Mama Odie in The Princess and the Frog, and she'll be voicing in Spellbound on Apple TV Plus next year. Grace is the dean of the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology after Robert Callahan was arrested, and she was described as a phenomenal teacher who influenced her students a great deal and made them feel welcomed. But after an explosion that nearly killed Bob Aiken, Granville realized that students need limits, even geniuses, which influenced her handle to her professional work with a strict personality from then on. Also to note, Granville has a paperweight sculpture that serves as a very important plot device, due to it having the ability to amplify any electric entity in the nearby vicinity to dangerous levels. Finally, we come to the pilot's villain, Yama, voiced by Paul Briggs, whom was a visual effects animator for Beauty and the Beast, a story artist for The Princess and the Frog, Tangled, and Winnie the Pooh. He wrote and co-directed Raya and the Last Dragon, and he voiced Marshmallow in Frozen. Yama is a local crime boss whose primary source of entertainment is illegal bot fights held in the back alleys of the city. In this sport, Yama is the undisputed champion with his robot Little Yama, until Hiro Hamada enters the ring and beats him and Yama got arrested. But during this pilot, Yama is revealed to be working for an unseen man that goes by Obak, and he's given the task of retrieving a sculpture from the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology. Upon learning that Hiro is an SFIT student, Yama blackmails him into obtaining the sculpture in exchange for Baymax's body. Unfortunately, after Hiro and Fred give the sculpture to Yama, he betrays them by putting them both in a safe room. But thankfully, Hiro stole back the sculpture and escaped with help from his friends. Later on, Yama makes numerous copies of Baymax's skeleton in the form of a powerful army in order to get the sculpture back and attack the city as a distraction. And now on to my final words. Overall, Big Hero 6 Baymax Returns was not only a great superhero pilot, but it was a fantastic start for the TV series. It has a nice style of 2D animation, it has fantastic action scenes, the voice actors, old and new, do superb jobs voicing their characters, and I thought the story was pretty interesting. And after watching this pilot again, not only does it make me want to rewatch the animated series, but it makes me really excited to check out San Fransokyo Square at DCA during my next Disneyland trip. As for my final rating, you know what? I'll go ahead and give it a full 100%, because there's hardly a bad thing in this pilot, and every moment of it was Big Hero 6 joy. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me next time as we head back to the realm of DC to look at their latest live-action superhero film, Mustang Power.